Right here we have a mighty plant friend called Boneset. So Boneset's Latin name is Eupatorium parafoliatum, and parafoliatum means through the leaf. And if we take a look here, particularly at this leaf pair right here, what we see is that the stem indeed does grow right through that leaf. There's no attachment point. The leaf is just all the way wrapped around the stem. These others are a little bug-eaten, but you can see the same idea happening there and here and all the way up. So Boneset generally has two opposite leaves that grow right across from each other that way and wrap around the stem. But occasionally, as with this example here, you'll find three leaves in a whorl all the way around the stem. But again, they have that, it's best seen on this example here, that strong attachment all the way wrapped around, where it's as if the stem is just growing right up through the middle of the leaves. Up at the top, we have a spray of flowers. These are going to open. They're not quite ready yet, but that's kind of a flat-topped spread of flowers up at the tip of our Boneset plant. Boneset, like I said, is a mighty friend. This herb is really fantastic for cold and flu. It's excellent herb for when you're coping with the flu virus in particular. It can help with other forms of viral infection, respiratory infection in particular, but with flu it just works really well for that. Historically, it was also employed for something called dengue fever, which was at the time also known as breakbone fever, and that's where one of its names, Boneset, came from. Was because it would relieve the deep bone level ache that people would get from these high fevers. So whenever you're feeling that symptom of having a high fever and feeling an ache right down to your bones, then Boneset is an herb that you would like to be friends with. You can prepare it as tea. It's quite bitter, so for a lot of folks it's easier to work with as a tincture. You can also slip a little bit of Boneset into your elderberry syrup, and that's something that Katja and I always like to do, just because that gives you a nice combination formula with the elderberry to help with your antiviral defenses, and the Boneset similarly working to protect you and to help you to fight off that viral infection so that you can get back to being healthy. There's plenty more to say about this plant, but we're trying to keep it to 2 minutes on these herb walks, so I'll leave it right there for now. And just one last reminder that Boneset usually is going to have two opposite leaves clasping or perfoliate right all the way around the stem, but occasionally, very occasionally, you might encounter three leaves whirled around just like that.